Berlin wine, it's underway. And I wanna be with you night and day. Nothing changes on New Year's Day. Gathered black and white, arms entwined, the chosen few. Newspapers say it's true, it's true. We can be one, a solitude. We can be.
Welcome to the Going Underground sessions. Sadly, it's the last show this year, but there you go. It's going to be a great show because you've great guests on the show. You've just heard New Year's Day by U2 by this week's guest, Marc Murphy, aka U1. Marc, welcome on to the show.
Cheers, Deco.
So, Marc,
good to meet you.
Where does it all start with you, brother?
It all started, I started playing guitar about 14. The voice comes from my father's side, army man. Lovely tenor voice, never pursued it in music, but it changed for me. I started playing at 14, but at 16 started raiding me older siblings' record collection, all the vinyl. So when I found an album called Abbey Road, that for me was the defining point of, music. This is, I want to play music. So back in the 80s, we'd know YouTube, or I'd know instruction. We were self-taught, so you'd listen to the music and you'd try to replicate it yourself. Mm-hmm. So that's how I started. Then at 19, I started gigging, and I continued gigging for 10 years in Ireland, the UK, Germany. Did a stint on the ferry.
That was fun.
That was fun, yeah. And 10 years of that, and there was a lot of gigs in those 10 years.
A lot of fun.
There was sometimes 10 gigs in a week, Deco. So you'd have a gig every night during the week, and on a Saturday it'd be 2, and on a Sunday it'd be 3. So there was no kids around then. I didn't have the kids, so now I have the family.
You'd be hanging together, would you?
Oh, there'd be nothing left of me, and that was while doing a full-time job as well. So
Gee,
nothing left. So a lot of energy needed in those days.
Then
you
the
know.
kids came along, it's time to settle
That
down.
was it. I had enough then. I had to
So
do it all.
what you're doing now is you're around town doing the course scene, like the open mic sessions and other gigs and things like that. So that's what you're doing now, isn't it? Just wondering
Yeah, I
about
got back into it. I got back and I did a stint there with 2 and 3 piece acts in a rock venue there for like nearly 2 years. Did all the rock stuff, got me experience of the rock voice and the rock guitar playing. I do the sessions now as well, and I do the private gigs. So I do the functions. I have my own gear and transport, so I do the functions.
Lovely stuff.
And so a few of them coming up now, and a few booked for the new year. So that's all going.
So you're all ready for the new year, ready to go on.
All set, yeah.
This year's nearly out of the way.
Nearly goes good year though.
Now, Mark, the name U1,
Yeah.
where does it come from?
U1 came from, I did a lot of Irish ballads for 6 years, and then I did a lot of rock stuff, and I did a lot of U2, and my wife just jokingly said last St. Patrick's Day this year, she said, why don't you call yourself U1?
Yeah.
And I thought about it, and I said, well, okay, look, I said, joking aside, you could actually make a sort of identity out of this. The logo is the colours of the Irish flag. Play in town, you play to a lot of tourist audiences. The term Irish music is too narrow for me. You know, I like to cover all the great artists, rather than just traditional and ballads. So U1 is one man here to justify. So it's given the rock and the ballads. So it's going from the Luke Kelly, the scalding tones of Luke Kelly, being able to do those vocals, then going through to the raucous rock vocals of Bono and Lizzie and all that type of stuff. Then going through from a baritone of Jack Yell, going up to a high tenor of Liam Riley. So luckily enough, of a 3-octave range in the voice that I can do those type of notes.
Amazing.
And go right the way through. So I thought, right, bring the whole thing into one show, strip back to an acoustic or electric, whatever people want. You know? So that's where you.
So you keep yourself busy. You're available for her.
Yeah.
And you've got a gig coming up mid-January.
I'm really looking forward to this one, Deco. It's a 3-act lineup in the Slorgan Orchard on the 11th of January, Thursday 11th of January at 8 p.m. It's 3 acts. Myself, there's Small Park, which are fantastic, the Songwriting Brothers, and then Liam is going to be the headline act, so it's going to be a fantastic night.
We'll keep that in the story.
Absolutely.
Because I was told about the last one and I was told it was great, so I'll definitely be in for that one.
That'll be brilliant. Fantastic.
So what was I going to say? So excellent. So you're going to do 2 more songs for us now, Mark.
Yes.
But before we go, where can people find you on social media?
The Facebook page is U-ONE for U1. There's YouTube. There's Reverb Nation for the singer-songwriter page. There's Twitter. There's Instagram. They're all the usual. But it's U-ONE rather than U and a 1. So there's loads up there.
Mark, it's been a real pleasure having you on. And listen, thanks very much for coming in. And your roadie Aisha is very good, isn't she?
She is, yeah.
She's a great job,
helps
like,
out,
yeah.
She's cheap at the moment.
Yeah. Listen, Mark, thanks very much for coming in. You're being a real gentleman. And happy Christmas and happy New Year to you.
Christmas. And you too. Thanks, Deco. Appreciate that.
I usually say goodbye at this stage, but we're not done just yet. So stay tuned. And here's more. Mark Murphy.
Never give up your dream in life, no matter what others say. It's everything to you inside, so don't let it slip away. You must believe what you can do can change your life today. There's times you think are still to come, but it happened yesterday, and others will never hear you say. So lonely, you'll be so lonely where you come from. I am riding my way out of this life. Well, my song. Brother, you've given start to help me find just what I want to take out of the darkness of my mind. Live each day that's ending like the morning's just begun. Never let them catch you waiting for the rising sun, 'cause others will tell you what they've done. Yeah, so lonely, you'll be so lonely where you come from. I am writing my way out of this life. Well, so lonely, you'll be so lonely where you come from. I am writing my way out of this life. Well, my soul.
There is no Santa Claus, there's just a silly tree. The lights are all man-made, there's nothing here to see. The dreams I have are only dreams, they never will come true. There's nothing good to keep me here, not even you. This is the last Christmas I'll keep, the last Christmas I ever want to see. I don't need anyone to tell me that's wrong, so I don't want anyone to hear this song. This is the last wish I'll declare. Since last Christmas, it's made me aware that I'm not like anyone, don't know where I'm gone. You feel far Christmas. This is the last Christmas. This is the last Christmas that I'll see. I'm not like anyone, don't know where I'm gone. You feel far from everyone when you're alone. This is the last Christmas. This is the last Christmas. This is the last Christmas that I'll see. There is no Santa Claus, there's just a silly tree. The lights are all man-made, there's nothing here to see.
Same again for me there, Paul.
Nothing smaller.
Paul, that's Christmas.
One-eyed Paul the barman pours a pint of plain for another late arrival, still dripping with the rain. The lounge bar Casanova makes a grab for Anna May. She gathers up the glasses as she pushes him away. Just the same old faces, just the same old show. Christmas Eve in Dublin, they say it looks like snow. Carol singers pass the door, afraid to show their face. One-eyed Paul would run them. There's no music in this place. The broken television is silent on the wall. It hasn't worked in years, if it ever worked at all. Like some people in here, if the truth were told, Christmas Eve in Dublin, they say it looks like snow. Outside is noisy, though it's getting very late. Watch the bets, it's Bono busking with his mates. Christmas, it's forgiving, as everybody knows. I should have bought a present, but now the shops are closed. I'll up my dream. Just one more for the road. Christmas Eve in Dublin. They say it looks like snow. Christmas Eve in Dublin. They say it looks like snow. That's for the children, really.
Happy Christmas, Paul.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks a million, Paul.
Spaceman came traveling on a ship from afar. It was light years of time since his mission had started. And over a village he halted his craft, and it hung in the sky like a star, just like a star. He followed a light and came down to a shed where a mother and child were lying there on a bed. A bright light of silver shone round his head, and he held the face of an angel, and they were afraid. Then the stranger spoke, and he said, "Do not fear. I come from a planet a long way from here, and I bring a message for mankind to hear." And suddenly the sweetest music filled the air, and it went la 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 la. Peace and goodwill to all men, and love for the child. Well, this lovely news came trembling through the ground, and many were wakened on hearing that sound. And travelers on the road, the village they found by that light from the ship in the sky, which shone all around. And just before the dawn, at the paling of the sky, the stranger returned and said, "Now I must fly. When 2,000 years of your time has gone by, the song will begin once again to a baby's cry." And it went la 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 the song will begin once again to a baby's cry. Oh, the whole world is waiting, waiting to hear that song again. There's thousands standing on the edge of the world. The star is moving, the time is nearly here.
So here in the Underground Sessions, on behalf of myself and the rest of the crew involved in the Underground Sessions, we just want to wish everybody that came on to the show this year, you've all been fantastic, have been all great. We're very thankful for them coming on, and we just want to wish them all a very, very happy Christmas and a great 2018 New Year. So enjoy. Don't get too drunk. Have a good one. Peace and love. Bye now.
The night before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. My sister and I were nestled all snug in our beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in our heads. And Mama in her pyjamas and Father in his cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the curtains and threw up the sash. The moon shining on to the new fallen snow gave the lustre of midday to objects below, when what to my wandering eyes should appear but a bright red sleigh and 8 bright-eyed reindeer, with a jolly old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his reindeer they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they met with an obstacle rising up in the sky, so up to the housetop the reindeers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. Then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each reindeer hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in red, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening a sack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His friendly mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon let me know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger on the side of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and they all flew away like the seeds of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim before he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night."